Hi, I'm Ben. I'm here to talk to you about the EW135 G3 system. We're going to go through its components real quick, and then I'm going to show you how to set it up in 5 minutes or less. Let's get started. First thing is you identify the components. We've got the rack mount receiver here. You've got your handheld transmitter here. You have your power adapter, your two AA batteries, and antennas. First thing you do is you're going to attach the antennas on the back of the receiver. So that's pretty simple. Turn it around, take my antennas and do a half turn and another half turn until they lock. And that step's pretty much done. Grab our power supply and untangle it. I will plug my power supply into the color-coded yellow hole back here. You can also loop through so that it doesn't become accidentally unplugged during that all-important performance. Alright, initial setup on the receiver is done. And the handheld. Simply take the bottom portion and unscrew it. It takes two AA batteries and they face in the same orientation. Refer to the guide on top. Put the AA batteries in, close, and twist it until it's secure. Initial setup's done. Let's go onto the receiver and show you how to set it up. Alright, we've plugged in the power supply into the proverbial wall outlet. Now I'm going to fire up the receiver by turning it on with a power button. After a brief welcome splash screen, we'll see our initial operating screen here. Basically take a second to go over it real quick. On the left side we have the RF meter, which is much like bars of reception on your cell phone. The AF meter shows you if any audio is coming through the system. And you have your frequency selection here, as well as some other information such as the bank and the channel and the name of the unit. This channel here looks like it has something going on it because I see a little RF and the AF or sound is peaked out. So this is probably not a good channel to be operating on right out of the box, and we're going to take care of that right now. So I hit the set button. I'll find the easy setup menu, up or down until you find it, and when you do, you hit set to go inside. There's a couple different options under the easy setup menu, but the option we're looking for is called scan new list. So once you find the scan new list, you'll hit set, and what the receiver will do is actually sniff out over 240 frequencies, and it's going to tell us which one is the most free and clean to operate our wireless mic on. Because we've left the transmitter off, it's going to go through and just sniff every channel out until it finds one that's really open, and it'll suggest that to us. And then we can select it on the receiver side. All that'll be left after that is to sync up the transmitter with it, and that will take no time at all. Okay, after the scan is finished, it'll come back and report to us which bank it feels is best. Now, there are 20 different banks with 12 channels underneath each bank. So free 12 on the 100 series means that every channel in this bank is free. If you want, you can pick another bank or so forth. Just for kicks, we'll pick bank 3 and hit set. And under bank 3, we'll have a choice of 1 through 12. You'll see the 3.1, so bank 3, channel 1. Before we commit, we can actually see that the RF and the AF meters are empty, which is a good thing. Of course, with the transmitter off, we'd like to see them empty, and with the transmitter on, you'd want to see full RF reception, or like bars of reception on your cell phone. So with that being said, 3.1 seems good to me, so I'm going to press set, and it'll say stored. Stored is the way to go. We're done with the receiver. To exit out of the menu, I could find the exit, or you can tap the power button one time, and that will get you right back out to the main operating screen. That's all done. I'll take my handheld, and we put batteries in it in the previous step. I will push the red power button just to turn it on, and it'll fire right up with the same kind of splash screen as the receiver has. Really have to do nothing more at this time except for press the sync button on the front, and we're going to sync the two together via an infrared link. Please be aware that over to the left side of the receiver, this darkish colored window next to the sync button is the infrared receptacle. On the handheld, the infrared receptacle is right on the right side of the window. All I'm going to do is press the sync button on the front of the receiver. It'll say sync, and then I'll hold the window to window about 6 inches, 8 inches away, and I should see a check mark go once I get it into the correct position. The check mark will indicate everything is a go. I can look on my handheld and I'll notice that it has the same frequency number, and my receiver shows me full RF signal strength. And when I talk into the microphone, I can see the AF dance up and down responding to my voice. We've effectively searched for a free, clean channel, and we've synced up the microphone to make everything happy. This is something you should do whenever you take this to a new place, whether it's 5 miles down the road or 500, just to be sure that you're operating on a same clean frequency. Now we're going to go through a couple more advanced steps. Inside the menu here, there's a menu called AF out, and you can think of AF out as your overall output level before it hits your mixing console or camera or whatever you're going to. So to adjust this, you're going to hit set, scroll up or down until you find the AF out and see what value it is. It's at plus 18 dB, which is very, very loud, so we're going to probably take that down. For an XLR connection, I would probably recommend values around 0. Once you see the menu highlighted, you'll hit set to go into it and adjust this plus 18 maybe to around 0 just for good measure and hit set. It'll say stored. Again, once you're done with this, you can get out of the menu by pressing the escape key. On the handheld portion, it operates very similar. There's a jog wheel here, and when I press the jog wheel down, it's like the set button. I can move up or down through the menus and find out which setting would work the best. This particular one, probably the most setting that you're going to be interested in is the sensitivity setting, and this will be dependent on your voice and how loud it is. 0 is full blast, and as you go negative values, it kind of pads that down. The goal here, of course, is to get a very full signal level without going over 100%. So this value of plus negative 18 dB is pretty good, but you may want to press down and adjust that somewhat, maybe negative 24 if you have a louder speaker, or closer to 0 if you have a more quiet speaker. That's pretty much it. We hope you found this setup video informative and helpful, and get the most mileage out of your EW135 G3 system.